Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Well, an important part of our community, of course, is how it runs and its government. Here to talk about some of that stuff is Brooke Laine. She is a candidate for the South Lake Tahoe City Council. How are you?
I'm great, except for a little damaged finger. We're good.
Sometimes those things happen, living in a community where we all have these active lifestyles. Yep. You have been out and about campaigning here for City Council. Tell people a little bit about what you're running for.
Yes, well, I'm running for the South Lake Tahoe City Council. It's a 4-year term. I have 6 years experience on the City Council, and I hope to be reelected. There's a lot of good things coming up in our community, a lot of great opportunities, and we need good people to be in place to help move us forward.
Yeah, represent the community for sure. Now this goes along with the general election.
It does.
Correct? So,
correct.
Okay, so we're coming up November
8th. Absentee ballots are actually being mailed out tomorrow. So people start
coming
getting
up on
ballots.
us quick, isn't it? Wow.
Nevada's early voting has already started. It's here.
Yeah.
This whole year has flown.
So there's some pretty pressing issues that have been happening around the community or have been of conversation around the community. What are some of those things that you've heard, and where are you on them?
Well, some of the big topics is we have a tax that we're asking the community to consider. It's a transient occupancy tax, and we're asking to increase it 2%. All of the revenue from that would go towards recreation and specifically remodeling our recreation complex and growing it. So that's a really important measure. The tourists basically pay that tax. There's not anybody in opposition to it that I'm aware of, so that's exciting. Mm-hmm. And then we have another measure that's a sales tax measure. It's a 0.5% increase that would be shared by the tourists and the residents. And all of that money, if that's approved, would go towards fixing our streets, which we need it very badly. Our streets are in very bad decay. They rank at about a 30 to 35 pavement condition index, and that's on a scale of 0 to 100.
Whoa.
So we need to do some work on our streets. This would be a dedicated funding source. It wouldn't go into the general fund for the city. It would be dedicated to streets and roads, and I think we could get our streets cleaned up within about 10 years. We have 216 miles of city street that need big attention.
That's a lot of mileage for South Lake Tahoe. When you put that together, that's a big number.
Right, it's a big number.
Things that need care, basically. Yeah.
And without it, we're at about $35 million is what we think it would cost to be able to overlay all the streets and even do some deeper work on some of the main arteries like Pioneer. Al Tahoe has been fixed. That's a great example of what our streets could look like if we had the money. But we're putting about $500,000 into it right now. You can see that's not going to touch a $35 million liability. No. That's filling cracks.
Yeah, that's opening the door.
Yeah. So we really, really need the community to rally behind this one, and then we'll be moving forward once again.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about how long you've been in Tahoe.
I was born and raised here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Barton opened in November of 1963, and I was born in February of 64. So I left Tahoe for about 10 years to get an education and some experience outside of the basin. But as soon as I started having children, I said, I know where we're going to live.
Absolutely.
I'm coming back home.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
You've been here ever since.
Yep.
So people can get more information on a website and a Facebook page, correct?
Yes, we have electbrookelane.com, and our Facebook page is the same, Elect Brooke Laine, and we're active on both, and it's a great way for us to communicate. If anybody has questions and that they'd like to ask, I will answer them.
Excellent. Yes. Thank you so much for coming in this evening.
Thank you for having me.
For more information, go to electbrookelane.com. We have more Tahoe Tonight coming up right after this.